What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Toriko chapter 375. I'll talk about last week's chapter and this chapter in just a moment, but first I want to take a second. Motherfucking Hunter x Hunter. Okay, Hunter x Hunter started in, I believe, 1998, and Toriko started in 2008. But even with a 10-year head start, a decade head start, because of Togashi's hiatuses, Toriko now has almost 20 more chapters than Hunter x Hunter. It had a 10-year head start. Holy shit, Togashi. There's no way it was all health. Okay, whatever. Well, I know he's having real problems now, I know that, but it's just, holy shit. Anyways, the last chapter of Toriko was bullshit. I didn't like it at all. Well, that's not true. The God / Acacia fighting was really good. I think Blue and Red came out in that chapter. That was pretty cool. Everything else was just no. You skip the 4 Heavenly Kings, well, 3 of the 4 Heavenly Kings, fighting against Joa. It's completely skipped. Then you have Starjin and the other vice chefs or whatever versus fucking those other dudes off screen, and Tommy, Ron, and Grimpatch just get killed. Tommy, Ron, and Grimpatch just get completely destroyed, and it's like, what was the point of even bringing them back? Like, really? Like, you bring them back, it feels really random, it feels really out of nowhere, but you feel like you're going to get some cool action from them at least. And then no, they just get skipped. And it's just like, really? Like, come on now. So that was really stupid. The whole chapter just had a lot of skipped content, and it was just, the whole thing was a huge no. Was not a fan of the previous chapter. And that's something I'm not liking about Toriko lately, is I feel like I've done that quite a few times, where I'm like, I didn't really like this chapter, and then the next chapter I'm like, this one was really, really cool, and then the next chapter I'm like, this one was lame, and then the next chapter I'm like, this one was really, really cool. And sticking with that pattern, this chapter, right after the last one, was really, really cool. We didn't get a bunch of skipped bullshit. Starjin has started fighting Joa, it's really badass. Toriko's got Blue and Red out, they're doing their fighting, it's really badass. Then we get more God versus Acacia, and then we get my man Bambina coming in for that sucker punch. Probably sent him at least a few miles. At least a few miles. And it was badass. It was just absolutely, it was a hyped ending. You got the other kings showing up, silhouetted. Now see, I wasn't sure what to expect with the kings coming in. I wasn't sure if this call to arms from Genis was going to be a free-for-all, everybody against everybody, or if it was going to be an 8v1. It seems to be an 8v1. That's fucking majestic. That is fucking majestic as fuck. That's badass. Of course, speaking of majestic, of course, Horse King Pericles, want to give him credit for his fucking entrance, but Bambina, can't beat him. He's my favorite 8 king. Haven't even seen all of them, and I guarantee he'll still be my favorite. He comes in there, sucker punches him a few miles. Really awesome chapter. Nothing was really skipped. The thing I don't get about the skipped fights is it's like, you see Mitsutoshi has set up this thing with the warp zones, where you can do, like Joa said, he's like, oh, I fought those Heavenly Kings for an hour, and in real life it felt like it was just an instant. Why'd you skip it? You could literally spend 5 to 7, maybe 10 chapters on that fight alone, have them get defeated, and then boom, only 1 second went by in real life. Like, if you have the perfect method for juggling all these fights and showing all of them to their completion within the span of multiple chapters, and still having it within the real time of the story only be like a second, but yet you're still skipping them. And this chapter, tinfoil hat mode on. This chapter, of course, the title was They're Rushing. Was that Mitsutoshi trying to tell us, like, sorry guys, Shueisa's rushing me, they're rushing me, man, I can't, you know, was that his fucking little, message to the audience? Who knows? But, no, it was a really cool chapter, though. It was a really good one. We even got some stuff with Utake in the beginning, talking about how God has all of the memories of food from, like, the whole planet in it, like, the whole history. It's right there in the scales. Like, he looks really close at the scale, and it looks like a planet. It's really cool, really trippy. It gives God more weight to it than just being a giant frog. It gives it a lot more, not a supernatural presence, because it's already supernatural, but I guess more otherworldly, more important. It's hard to really find the word for it, but I think you know what I mean. It makes him crazier. Put it simply, it makes him crazier than he already was. It makes him feel more like the god of ingredients, you know. There we go, that's probably the best way to put it. But yeah, last chapter, not a fan. This chapter, definitely a fan. 8.5 to 9, maybe like an 8.8, who gives a fuck, high rating regardless. Thought it was a fantastic chapter. Really, really enjoyed it. Really good hype. And with a little bit of cooking preparation from Utake. I hope we see Komatsu's side of this. Because I know you're thinking they're not going to skip the preparation of God being cooked by Komatsu because Komatsu's the main character and blah blah, but the skipping Mitsutoshi's been doing. Keep that in mind before you assume this is not going to get skipped. But anyways, that's the chapter. So before I sign off, I just want to say that I'm posting 3 videos today. This Toriko chapter review, then I'm going to have the Hunter x Hunter chapter review, and then the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode review. So if you miss any of the other 2 videos, they didn't pop up in your sub box, just go to my channel, they'll be there. I'm uploading all 3 at the same time. So with all that being said, thank you for watching the video. Tell me what you guys thought of this chapter of Toriko in the comments section below. You can also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. If you watched the whole video, you must have liked it at least a little bit. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.